You may kindly take your seats. We are gathered here today for the launch of the 2022 Shell V-power rally in Uganda. Once again, it's the most prestigious event on our national rally calendar. It is the most prestigious event, without any doubt, on the African Rally Championship. And amidst us here to honor this function that officially kickstarts what is bound to be an exciting event later in May, I'd like to do a brief introduction of our guests and all the people who have come here today. And allow me in a different kind of order. First, our guest of honor, the Minister of Transport and Works, Honorable General Edward Katumba Wamala. Thank you very much for being a part of this. The MD, Vivo Energy, Johan Grobela. He comes from a motorsport country, so those that have engaged with him, I've been told he's planning on getting a car so he can compete in the event. Probably our guest of honor here will be his co-driver, or probably the other way around. Yeah, would love to see that partnership happen. Yeah, very, very amazing. The president of the Federation of Motorsports Clubs of Uganda, Mr. Debu Ruparelia, Mr. Katende Semakola from the National Council of Sports. Certainly without them, FMU wouldn't exist. If anything, they are the policy makers. They guide us through our governance as a sports federation and all the other sports federations in the country. Other officials from Shell, we have Mr. Grant. Nice to have you here. The head of health safety, Vivo Energy. We have Mr. Sesupu, the Chief Commercial Officer. I believe that's where we go for the money, right? And a sneak peek on what is on that placard there tells me it's something very, very good. And members of the Federation, we have the clerk, of course, for the Pearl of Africa Rally, Mr. David Mayanja. We have the event manager as well, Ken Tariko. We have officials from the Federation, Mr. Ray Chibira, the Deputy Vice President in charge of motor rally, Leila Mayanja, the General Secretary, members of the commissions in the Federation, Albert Ofong, Marketing and Sporting Commission, and a few others probably that are backstage doing some piece of work. Media and our partners, Uganda Airlines, KCB, thank you very much for being a part of this function. I would like to invite the Quality Marshal to give us a brief on the HSSE. Mr. Abri.
Guests, you are most welcome to Shell Bolovi. My name is Aldewan Agre, Chued. I'd like to talk about the HSSE. In case of any problem, fire outbreak, our fire center is at the other side. If you want to make a phone call, you can use this site. The other side of the business, The trade is still going on. The pumps are operating well. Those who want to go somewhere for the place of inconvenience is just behind there at the service bay. So feel comfortable. Security is at large. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Agri. Quite often in motor rallying, and like Agri has said, it's important to know some places around motorsport. For those of you that have started the rally cars, just before the start, you have this urge to go and do number one, the quick one on the side. Quite often we see the gentleman running to the bushes and putting down the overall. So it's upgrade probably for emphasis. The places of convenience are at the back. Talking about the Pearl of Africa Rally, many of you have followed, have watched, have seen things happen in this event, in this rally. But it has a history, very, very strong history. Some people here probably were not yet born. Brian Kawalia. In 1997, Uganda hosted the first edition of the Pearl of Africa Rally. Thankfully, that event was won by a Ugandan. Anybody tell me the name? Yes? Pasha. Well, unfortunately, the late Charles Mahadi did win that one in 1997. It was Chippa Adams with Justin Bayendeza in the Toyota Supra. They won the first edition of the Pearl of Africa Rally in 1997. And for more than 2 decades, that event, this prestigious event, has continuously been organized. Of course, save for the previous 2 years where we all have been affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. And I'm very grateful that we've managed to adhere to the standard operating procedures by having masks and sanitizing on the side. Over the years, since 1997, we've had quite a number of drivers winning the Pearl of Africa Rally. Which Ugandan driver has won it 3 times? Yes, Peter. Charlie Lubega has won the Pearl of Africa Rally 3 times. He won the rally in the year 2000, the year 2003, and the year 2004. But that was after a non-Ugandan had won that rally in the year 2002. Anybody can tell me who won that rally in the year 2002? Patrick again? Oh, well, unfortunately no. It was Johnny Gamel, the South African. He won the Pearl of Africa Rally in the year 2002. He was the first non-Ugandan to win the prestigious Pearl of Africa Rally. And considering the fact that we are at a petrol station, Patrick, I think for your efforts, Mr. Grobela, he came with, hopefully not a bike, he came with a car. Well, there's a pump just by the corner. Yeah, by the fact that he's clapped, suddenly you're in for a full tank. The late Riaz Kojo won the Pearl of Africa Rally in the year 2005 and 2006. He was navigated by Said Kadri. That's information that Honorable General Katumba Wamala, you may need to know. The co-driver's seat is a very comfortable seat for your information. Conrad Rothenberg, the Zimbabwean, won that rally in 2007. Jamie White then came to Uganda and showed us what it means to drive a Subaru N10. Riaz Kojo again posthumously in the year 2009 was awarded that event. And further down, Jas Mangat, 2011, and a gentleman who is quite on form this year. The winner of the Pearl of Africa Rally in the year 2011 was, the name that resonates quite well, Kosiano Wakataka. Yes, Mafo, Maniga Abantu. He won that rally in the year 2011. He was co-driven by Musa and Subuga. Then the Zambian, Muhammad Essa and Greg Steed won the 2012 edition. Jas Mangat, 2013 with Gihan Da Silva. Rajbil Rai with Team Challenge in the Mitsubishi Evo 10 in 2014 won the Pearl of Africa Rally. There was something peculiar about that victory for Rajbil Rai. Anybody telling me that? Anybody tell me that? The peculiar result in that rally. Well, it is the victory with the slimmest margin ever in the Pearl of Africa Rally. 2 seconds. Rajbil Rai won the Pearl of Africa Rally in the year 2014 by 2 seconds. Very interesting statistic there. 2015, Jasprit Singh Chate with Craig Thorley won the event. 2016, Hassan Alwi with Enoch Olinga, familiar name, right? Yeah. So keep the boy in that seat, probably the Pearl of Africa Rally will come for you. In 2017, Manveer Singh Barian won the Pearl of Africa Rally, 2018 as well. And who can tell me who won the same event in 2019?
Manveer.
Manveer again. Unfortunately, Manveer is out of competition. Situations in motorsport that happened that have kept him out, but we hope he'll be coming back anytime soon. Like I said earlier, 2020 and 2021, we had challenges due to the COVID-19 pandemic, but over a period of 2 decades, the Pearl of Africa Rally has had names, has had events, has had situations come to it, it has had everything lovely about motorsport. And I hope that, well, this is 2022, 6 weeks from now, probably less, we'll have the first car on the ramp, Johan Grobela and Katumba there. You know, we'll be calling out the notes and very interesting stuff. So briefly, that is the history of the Pearl of Africa Rally and how exciting an event it has been for motorsport here. Thousands follow this event, thousands consume your products, thousands go and stay in the areas where the event is held, and indeed it's a spectacle for local rally. To tell us about what will happen in the year 2022, allow me invite the Pearl of Africa Uganda Rally clerk, of course, Mr. David Mayanja, who will run us down on what exactly we should expect this year.
Thank you very much, MC Leon, who is also part of our team. He's one of the assistant clerks of the course. The guest of honor, Honorable Minister of Works and Transport, General Wambala Katumba, the MD Vivo Energy, all the senior officials of Vivo, the President of FMU, and all other guests in your respective capacities. My name is David Mayanja. I'd like to take the opportunity to make a clarification. When we started, when I was called from the archives, I've been out of motorsport organization for quite a while. But after a spell of negotiations that went on for about 3-4 months, I decided to come back. When we embarked on organizing the Pearl of Africa Rally, which was meant to be last year, I was the event manager. And some of you still think I'm the event manager. But we have swapped roles with my good friend Ken Kitariko. So Ken Kitariko is my chairman and event manager. The gentleman on this other side, Mr. Albert Ofol, is his deputy. So that's an administrative change. I'd like to thank Vivo, although it hasn't unveiled, but I think I should thank them so that they don't change their minds. Thank you very much for giving, for giving us the support. This is a major undertaking, ladies and gentlemen. This is the 3rd round on the African Rally Championship. The first event was in West Africa, and many of the contenders for the Africa Championship cannot go all the way to the West. So the event in Kenya, which is going to be the 2nd on the African circuit, is a de facto first event if you want. So most of the contenders for this championship will start in Kenya, then Uganda will take the next lot. Now what that means, it's going to attract a number of contenders. We've been in touch with a number of them. I've got confirmation, verbal confirmation from down south of somebody who is already doing well coming up. Well, I would like to take this opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, much as Vivo is our main sponsor and we're ever so grateful, we've had a few setbacks in the past where I've not been. And one of them has been running the rally on public roads. This time around, we have, with so much gratefulness, been given private roads in two private estates. Sugar Corporation of Uganda is going to suspend its operations over a period of 2-3 days. Kasaku tea, yeah, I think it's written there as Kasaku chai, but I was told we should call that section Kasaku tea. Kasaku tea, which is part of the Meta group, has also given us its private roads to run the rally. So as I speak from a technical point of view, about 90% of the rally is going to be run on private roads. And we're so grateful to Sugar Corporation of Uganda and Kasaku Tea for allowing to suspend their operations and surrender their roads to us to use the rally. Just to give you a brief overview, and I know the Honorable Guest of Honor, I think, gave us a very short time. We've designed, the rally is going to be run on 3 sections repeated. Honorable Minister, sir, I'd like to inform you, we've got a major undertaking on our hands as the organizers of the park. Ken and my team are not, top officials of FMU. We're called in to organize this event, but we've got a major undertaking. Much as we organize the event and design the route, we've got a huge following. And to control these thousands of fans who go out emphatically to support the sport is no mean task. Uganda, ladies and gentlemen, and especially the press, I'd ask you to relay this information to the fans. This event, I think I'll not hide my words, President, allow me to say it. The event is on last card. We've been in meetings with the FIA, the regulators. We've been told if we do not adhere to safety, if we do not prove ourselves finished, this will be the last time you'll be seeing the Pearl of Africa here. So we are calling upon the fans out there, and what we've done with my colleagues there, instead of going out to fight with, I don't know, Antilag, Subaru team, I don't know, Impreza, or whichever groups of rally fans are out there, we've decided to work with them. We've co-opted them. We've co-opted these people on our committee so that they help us. But I'd also like to take this opportunity, Guest of Honor, sir, and other officials of influence, we do request for additional help. We'll be explicit on what we want. We want to work with the fans. We're not out to fight with the fans, but we've got to behave. I would specifically, if my event manager will allow me, like to make a request, would need to have access to at least 3 choppers or a minimum of 2. One has got to be mandatory by FIA regulations to be stationed near the service park as a medical evacuation, but would like to have 2 of them running alongside with the cars with a megaphone to make sure that the roads are clear. And the FIA officials are likely to be in these choppers as well. Right, if I may go back to the organization is being overseen by Mr. Kitariko. He's got close to 20 departments, administrative. I will oversee the technical. We've got 3 sections, which are going to be repeated twice on day 1, and then twice, but we're going to shorten it on day 2. We had to get special permission from FIA to repeat these sections more than twice. The regulations from FIA are you don't repeat sections more than twice because the surface changes. But because of the huge number of fans, We cannot play around and change sections anyhow, make a very big rally which covers a very wide geographical area. We cannot control the movement of masses. You're dealing with the cars and then you're dealing with people. Right now, we've been spending quite a bit of time to read the mindset of the fans. And one of the things we are going to do, maybe just a bit, let me come. Do we have a loose one? We've got a total distance of 468 kilometers, of which 271 are going to be competitive. The competitive component is going to have 10 sections. This section up here is going to be the first one. Okay. Every section is going to have a minimum of 2 viewing points. We're still looking at more viewing points. Given what has just happened over the weekend, where thousands of fans went out, we want to have a minimum of 2, if not more. But these viewing points have got to be manned. Okay? What we'd like to do as well is to help fans stay in these places, is provide them with catering services, give them progressive reports on what is happening in the sections where there will be not. We want to provide them with some kind of entertainment, and all that responsibility is not on my shoulders, is on our deputy event manager, Mr. Albert Ofong. He's going to oversee those aspects of the rally. We're trying to put as much as mitigation measures as possible to control the fans. The program for the event, as we stand, I think that, there's an error over there which we're going to correct. Shekameta is wrongly spelled. Kasaku Chai is going to be Kasaku tea. This is Madira. So those are the 3 sections. We're working on more technicalities to ensure that we come out with a good product. What else? We've got about 7.5 weeks to go. Is that right? Yeah. About 7.5 weeks to go, but that's not much time for the organizers. For those of you involved with us, we're going to be running 2 meetings now every week, a Zoom and a physical. We've got to catch up. The aim is to have the bigger component of this event, done by early next month. I don't want to take much of your time, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for sparing me a moment. Have a good day.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. David Mayanja, the clerk, of course, for the 2022 Shell V-power, Pearl of Africa, Uganda rally. I think it deserves another round of applause, a louder one and a stronger one. And a little bit of that energy needs to be, reserved for the 13th of May when we are done with a very successful event, right? Absolutely. Without much further ado, I would like to invite the President, Mr. Dipo Parelia, the President of the Federation of Motorsport Clubs of Uganda.
Good morning, everybody. Can I take this off? I'm very far from all of you. Our guest of honor, the Honorable Minister of Works, the Managing Director of the Energy, Uganda, members of management who are present, members of the different commissions who are present, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is said that trials and tribulations make a man stronger. But trials and tribulations make an institution that weathers the storm much stronger. We are gathered here today for the first time in over 2 years to start the journey of one of Africa's most prestigious rallies, the Pearl of Africa, Uganda Rally. It is indeed a milestone, given what motorsport and the world had to go through in 2020 and 2021. And for 2 years, the COVID pandemic put a stop to our plans of organizing the Pearl of Africa Uganda Rally. However, in the background, We have been engaging and working to build a better brand. Today, we unveil that improved brand. Motorsport remains a fast-growing discipline, attracting more and more fans by the day. The hunger for motorsports action has driven many enthusiasts to find different ways of busying themselves, especially on social media and various digital platforms. Outside the many social media platforms, we now have several radio programs, TV shows giving motorsport plenty of mileage and exposure points that accord more latitude to sponsors. We have managed to agree several partnerships with different organizations like Prudential Insurance, Uganda Airlines, Development Infrastructure, and even the soft beverage companies in a bid to grow the brand. Our latest partnership has been with Next Media Services, which has opened all its digital and media platforms to broadcast motorsport events live to their various audiences of reach. This can only mean motorsport will now be exposed to millions at a time, physically at the venue and also via the media platforms. But today, we are here yet again to unveil the partnership between Vivo Energy and FMU for the Pearl of Uganda Rally. The Pearl of Uganda Rally is not only the flagship event of the Uganda Rally calendar, but also one of the Africa Rally Championships' highly rated events. This year's edition places the Pearl Rally as the third event on the African Rally Championship. That means this year's event will attract more competitors from countries like Zambia, Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, all vying for the continental honors. Allow me to point out that Uganda's very own crew of Yasin Nasser and Ali Katumba are the defending champions of the ARC Rally 2 title and will be out to defend it with your support. Our fan base remains the biggest in Africa and recognized globally. Our rally fans are very outgoing and provide a huge market for you and other sponsors to promote your brands. While these in some way raise a safety concern, we have come to understand that they respond positively when called upon to act, especially in supporting our rally sponsors. We have therefore adopted a massive sensitization and education campaign on safety through a fan safety program which involves mobilizing them as safety volunteers through their various social groupings. So far, their response has been very positive. This year's Pearl Rally is designed with a strong safety theme in mind. It is with specific and restricted viewing points, as well as loop stages that minimizes the fans' movements. The team working on this event is a blend of experienced veterans and a lot of creative young individuals, the Dions and Alberts and that part of the team, blending yesteryear's caution and today's digital generation to form a team that we are confident will deliver an event that we shall all be proud of. We want to thank Vivo Energy for continuing the partnership with FMU to support not only the Pearl Rally but motorsport in general. Thank you very much. We are happy that this time round we engaged with you from the onset, planning and designing this rally, and thank you for the tips you made that greatly improved the design. I am hopeful that with this approach, we shall always achieve greater milestones. We also invite your team to benefit from the media blitz that this rally is going to generate from today. FMU thanks you very much for your financial support towards the Pearl Rally, and we remain forever in your debt. In you, we found a willing and active partner, and we are going to do our best to maintain that trust you have shown in us. Our government is built on a foundation of transparency and accountability, and we promise to provide not only value for money, but also proper and equivocal accountability. It is our mission to build sponsors' confidence in motorsport. We use this chance to call on government and other sectors to come and support motorsport activities because motorsport directly impacts the economy positively. Motorsport remains the only sport that traverses various regions in the country, promoting local tourism
showcasing the wealth and attractions of the venues from which events are held. It is recorded that the rallying weekend leaves not less than 1.5 billion shillings in the local populace, which is a big boost to the economy. By supporting motorsport, Vivo Energy is indirectly promoting local tourism and also boosting other sectors of the economy. Indeed, all our efforts have the right fuel. Let us all put our hands in this and make the Pearl of Africa Rally an extraordinary experience. On behalf of FMU, I wish you all a very healthy and safe Pearl of Africa Uganda Rally and a motoring season. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. The President of the Federation of Motorsport Clubs of Uganda, Mr. Tipu Ruparelia. The Shell V-power, All of Africa Uganda Rally, definitely wouldn't be without Vivo Energy. Definitely wouldn't be fueled if it wasn't for Shell V-power. Arthur Blick can attest to that. He's a champion under your flagship 2015, right? And to add to that, he's the 11th-time motocross champion, 12th-time motocross champion. And well, a few budding people here, hopefully getting to fight a lot for those numbers, but definitely Mr. Rajiv Ruparelia as well, competitor in local, in our sports rally, hopefully in the bikes as well, so you can catch up on the numbers. But ladies and gentlemen, as we welcome the MD, Mr. Johan Grobela, let's put our hands together for what we should be very promising and exciting news ahead of the Shell V-power Pearl of Africa Rally 2022.
Honorable Minister of Works and Transport, General Kakima Olama, Vivo Energy staff that's presented, our Shell rally drivers, members of press, ladies and gentlemen, all protocol observed. Good morning to all of you. Today we officially announced the sponsorship package worth of 250 million shillings towards the 2022 Shell V-power Pearl of Africa Rally. We are pleased to see the return of rally, which was unable to happen over the last 2 years due to the restrictions of the pandemic that resulted in halting sporting events. Over the past 10 years, we have contributed to the growth of motorsport through backing rally events. We are pleased to witness the Shell V-power Pearl of Africa Uganda Rally grow in leaps and bounds, having supported this event as a title sponsor for over 5 years. I would like to recognize and appreciate the efforts of FMU of their commitment and growing the motorsport in Uganda. It's also an honor to contribute towards nurturing in the growth of rally talent by extending support to drivers who have excelled and make our country proud. Beneficiaries of this support include Arthur, Ronald, Umar, and Umar. We are aware that there have been concerns over safety following the yellow card incident by FIA on this rally. Part of our support on this rally will go towards enhancing safety at the rally. At Vivo Energy, safety is our key priority and integral part of our business. This can be demonstrated by our investment and initiatives such as conducting a campaign on road safety in partnership of various stakeholders, including the Uganda Police, Ministry of Works and Transport. We will do whatever is within our means to support FMU to enhance the safety protocols at that rally. As I conclude, I would therefore like to reiterate our commitment towards supporting the growth of motorsport through our brand Shell V-power, co-engineered with our recommended by Ferrari, the only premium performance fuel that dominates the race tracks world over. Our renewed sponsorship is a reflection of this, with an increment of value from 100 to 250 million to ensure this event is a success. We are committed to playing a major role in ensuring the development of local talent who are an essential element of the sport. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Johan Grobela. we can place the order for you for your rally car. We have the co-drive already. My personal experience is 16 years co-driving. I could be your teacher. Right? A few tutorials here, and you're good to go. You're good to go. Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, let us put our hands together once again for the full commitment of Vivo Energy that are going to be our main sponsors for the Shell V-power Pearl of Africa Rally the year 2022. And thank you very much for this partnership. We're really, really grateful. I would like to invite Mr. Dipo who will also do the honors of inviting our guest of honor, Honorable over there. Mr. Dipo, please.
Sorry.
The MD Vivo Energy, Mr. Gobla. Does anyone remember where that name is very common? For some people who must have spent Liverpool. The president of FMU, Mr. Katende, and your team from National Council of Sports, and everybody in the room, good morning. Unlike the two former presenters, I don't have a text. I'll just speak of GAF. First of all, I'm very happy to be here to join you to celebrate this partnership between Vivo Energy and FMU in revitalizing one of our most prestigious rallies in the country, and that's the Pearl of Africa Rally. I want to congratulate you for this partnership. I'd also like to say that FMU, you have not made a mistake to partner with Vivo Energy. You have been our partners in the Ministry of Works, and we have harvested. So long as you keep your side of the bargain, you have them, and they're very reliable partners, I can tell you. They have been very reliable partners for us in the ministry as far as road safety is concerned. We will continue with them, and we still continue working with them on road safety. I've been highly impressed by the presentation and also the new innovation of getting the rally cars off the main roads and to the countryside. And I think that's a very, very good work. It's a very welcome gesture and a very welcome improvement, because that means that you put safety first for the fans. And I don't know whether it was by omission that we didn't have the full representation of the police here, because I think you need to move with them right from the word go on this matter. So you need to get in touch with the leadership of police, especially the traffic, so that you don't bring them in the end, you move with them right away to the preparations. So my rally driver partner, don't worry, we know how to do this. We'll use the Amin style. We are the first to get off the ramp, then we get in the height, wait for the first car to appear, and then we drive forward. And we know the trick. So I'm looking forward really to enjoying this. I know many Ugandans are really looking forward. Many Ugandans are. You know, Ugandans, we have many things, but one of the things we have is we love fun. And I know what has been happening now with the COVID, where people have been like bottled in. Now COVID is like getting out, and people want to, I don't know if they have seen how these music shows, what they attract. Now you wait for this rally and you see. So it's very good that we take extra care to ensure that safety is key on this rally. I'm not a rally driver, but I'm a fan. I remember in my young years when we used to have the East African Safari Rally. I remember the likes of the Munyegeras and the Subaru. And it was a very exciting event, very, very exciting. We would get,
ruled on the TV, even on the media, to watch how the rallies were. The rally cars were going through Kenya, through Tanzania, and I hope that one of these days we'll see that happen again. I hope that we'll see the East African rallies coming back, because it was a very, very exciting event. And my belief is that the rating of how good this rally is will not only be judged by how challenging the course is, but how the safety measures are observed. And I think it's very, very key to that. So we want to thank Meta, a group who has given us the routes within their plantation. And I know there are very difficult routes there, but I think they'll also make the rally very exciting. So let's go out and cross all the T's and dot the I's and ensure that everything that needs to be done is done. I think we may need to up the publicity aspect from now on, and also to educate the people of what is expected of them, so that we don't have issues coming at the end. Fund discipline will also be very, very key on the route. You know how they get excited. Right? Some people want to jump in and practically touch the driver is supporting. So we need to be very, very careful. And I know that with the Vivo Energy who have been on this issue of safety and safety, we are going to have a very, very peaceful and safe ride. So I want to congratulate you, all of you, first getting out of the hard COVID time. We hope it's gone, touch wood. We hope it doesn't come back, so that we can live our normal life, because it has also been a very, very challenging time. For me, it has even been more challenging. You remember the time of the stickers? The essential, who's essential worker, who's not essential? I hope it doesn't come back. So I want to thank you, those who have come to attend the launch, and also I want to congratulate Vivo Energy and the FMU for this partnership. And we are looking forward for you giving us a very, very interesting event. So thank you very much, and enjoy the day. And we are looking forward to seeing the rally cars of the run. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, so we'll stand up and respect. Thank you very much, our guest of honor, Honorable. But well, I'll ask you briefly to come and take your seat so we can have these two more events. And well, thankfully you're going to be a witness in these things. Very, very important that you know, we have witnesses these days. Talking about, please take your seats. Please take your seats. Take your seats. Take your seats. Take your seats. Talking about sticker numbers, how difficult was that? This was crazy. Well, in motorsport we equally have stickers. So, Mr. DVP, what sticker number should we have called this crew of ours here?
That is crew number 200.
Crew number 200. And by the way, if you check the national competition rules, that number exists in the number. So we'll just you know, go back at time. Grobel and I would like to invite the MD, Mr. Grobela, and the President of FMU, Mr. Dibu, kindly come over here for the signing of what now will be not just the words of 250 million Uganda shillings, but the proper documentation of the partnership, the sponsorship for the year 2022, the Shell V-power, Power of Africa Uganda rally. There have been back and forth meetings between the Federation and Vivo Energy, and those back and forth meetings have put us to this: documentation, paperwork, signatures. You know, in motorsport, when Marshal signs on your time card, it certifies the fact that you have posted that particular time. These are now our time marshals. They have signed the contract, the engagement, the 250 million Uganda shillings sponsorship for the 2022 Shell V-power, Power of Africa rally. And with our dummy check. Of course, this is a very incomplete check. A couple of years ago, we had the gentleman who gave a blank check. It, however, wasn't signed. So, Mr. Grobela, to make this a proper thing, great, 250 million Uganda shillings to the Federation of Motorsport Clubs of Uganda for the Shell V-power Pearl of Africa Rally 2022. Thank you very much. I'll ask Mr. Grobel and Dippo to stay around and invite our guest of honor to do one final thing. Gentlemen, I request that you stand on the sides. Maybe with the help of Mr. Grobel and Dippo, just pull that out and we unveil the logo for this year's 2022 Shell V-power Pearl of Africa Rally. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for what now is the official logo for this year's rally. A stronger round of applause, please. Congratulations, FMU. Thank you very much, Shell V-power, for this opportunity. And thank you very much for the sponsorship. Definitely, we are in for what is going to be a fantastic, beautiful, and safe Shell V-power Pearl of Africa Rally. Kindly, well, just a few more photos, I believe, right? And on the start line is Grobela and Honorable Katumba off they go. I can imagine Katumba calling the notes there. Honorable, next time, right? Congratulations, FMU, congratulations. Arthur Blake, please join in for the photo opportunities. Great. Once we're done, kindly let me know so we can allow. Fantastic. Thank you very much. You may please take your seat. And with this opportunity, definitely the Pearl of Africa Rally, Shell V-power Pearl of Africa Rally 2022 is officially on. Less than 7 weeks to that event, and boy oh boy, I just can't wait. Briefly, just to pick the minds of the competitors here, Rajiv, you did the 0-0 car in your last appearance at the Pearl of Africa Rally. Tell me, how much of an experience was it for you then, and how much are you looking forward to it?
It's going to be a fantastic event. Like we've been guided, we need to try and adhere to the health and safety. But it was a lot of adrenaline, a lot of excitement, and really we just wish that everybody comes out and we have an awesome week. But I know it's not just a weekend event, it's almost a week. And thank you to all the federation and the organizers who put a lot of time, and the sponsors who have come on board. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Rajiv. He was leading the rally on the weekend. Unfortunately, he had, well, one of those things that happened in rally. Arthur Blake over there has driven the Pearl of Africa Rally. How many times, by the way?
Thank you. And a big number of times. The last one, we were second. Was second in the last Pearl of Africa 2019. And we hope to up it to the first in this next round.
Well, you have the blessings of the Honorable Minister here and our rally crew that will be flagging us off on that day. And for that matter, ladies and gentlemen, let us put our hands together once again for this opportunity to have Shell V-power for this rally, but most importantly as well, having the Honorable Minister, General Katumba Wamala, gracing the official launch of this year's Pearl of Africa Rally. He begs to leave. And I'll need somebody to do a countdown for me. I need a marshal to do a countdown for me. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fantastic. Thank you very much, Honorable. And it's a pleasure having you here for today. Ladies and gentlemen, well, looks like the journalists would want to do a few questions on the side, but we'll wait for them. Ladies and gentlemen, I request that we stay around briefly for a few questions from the press. Once they are done with the Honorable Minister, would love to hear a little bit more about how Shell got involved in this, how much longer they will be in this as a big product and company in this sector. Members of the media, I request that we get back in for the Q&A sessions. We'll take a short time on this so we can get to dig deep into a few other details around how we've managed to get to this event. as our guest of honor departs, the Shell 2022 Shell V-power Pearl of Africa Rally is officially on. But beyond that, it's an event that, of course, has to be known by the government. And the party that governs the local sports federations is the National Council of Sports, as well with the Ministry of Education and Sports. And amidst us is the representative of the National Council of Sports, Mr. David Katende. Mr. David Katende, you have been around our events, and we're very grateful that, well, you represent the National Council of Sports. Just how much further are you looking forward to the competition this year? You've come around to watch some of these events. You must be excited deep down about the 2022 Pearl of Africa Rally, Shell V-power.
Thank you, MC, for the opportunity given. First of all, I'd like to thank Shell V-power for the sponsorship package that I've extended to FMU. This is the way to go, and I would like to take this opportunity to call upon other corporate bodies to join and become partners of FMU in the promotion of sports, and especially motorsport in this country. As a government, we take this not as a simple thing, not a small thing, and I would like to say that to us, the Pearl of Africa Rally is a very, very big event. I would like to say that this is going to be the first of its kind ever since the temporary suspension of the COVID pandemic. We all know the impact motorsport and motor rally events have on the economy, and we think this is going to be one of our opportunities as a country to take advantage of the economical ties and benefits that come with hosting of these events. Uganda has been always known to be a good host, and this is our biggest event. I want to thank FMU and call upon them to make sure that we make it our very best, and especially in respect to the safety measures that we need to put in place to ensure that no life is lost and that our people enjoy.
Great. We have another big event coming through, the Central Africa Motocross Championship, and what many have regarded as the African Cup of Nations football version of motocross, which is the Motocross Africa of Nations Championship in Uganda. As the National Council of Sports, Uganda is hosting 3 key motorsport events. How much of a difference does this make to, one, the sporting sector in the country, but importantly that while people around us, countries around us are hosting big championships, we are having the opportunity to organize and host some of these championships?
First of all, would like the members to know that sports in its own way is one of those biggest vehicles. We are talking motorsport now, and when you are talking of motorsport, motor rally, you are dealing with vehicles. I want to say sport is the biggest vehicle in the world that can move anything to any destination. And to us, the hosting of these international events around the FIM and the Pearl of Africa Rally, this is one way of promoting not only domestic tourism, sport tourism, but also international sport tourism. This is one way to showcase what Uganda is made of, but at the same time also to showcase the sporting talent that we have in the country. We are very proud of our strong drivers. One of them is seated just close to me here. These have really made a good name for Uganda. It's one way of marketing our country and giving it global visibility.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Katende. Moving on to Arthur Blake, there's always something weird about you, I must say. You've broken your collarbone, femur, probably every bone on you has broken somewhere, somehow. And one famous or infamous crash I remember was that with Noella in the Subaru N10 in, again, the Pearl of Africa Rally. Now, this year, who do you have in your bucket seat? Your son, 18-year-old Alistair Blake. It's a family thing. How has it been going? You've done 2 rounds so far. Tell me, after those 2 rounds, how has it been for you with that partnership?
I think the partnership has been great. I must say the young boys, they're fearless, first of all, the young generation. Fearless, they have good memory. We've done the Barra Rally, the beginning of the season. We were leading the rally with over 2.5 minutes, and then we got a technical problem, unfortunately, dropped out. And we went into the second rally, and we came third overall. And I must say that I'm very impressed with my son's performance. We took about 2 days for him to learn the notes, and he's actually advising me after the rally. He says, "But Dad, I think you need to improve on this and that and that." And I'm thinking, wow, this guy, you know. So I feel that it's good to get the young generation involved. I feel that first-hand experience, like what he's going through now, is the best teacher. You know, how to strategize for rallies, how to take certain obstacles in a rally, and you know, when to attack, when to back off. All those are major courses of action that will, you know, can either get you a good position or a bad position, and that's the only way I feel the best teacher is through first-hand experience, which he's going through now. And yeah, I would like to encourage all, you know, whoever is able to, the younger generation. Those guys are the future of the sport. But I would also like to comment that unfortunately he couldn't join until he was 18 years old. So, and the minister has just left, but this goes to him. I think driving licenses should start at age 16, and you know, that's when we can compete with the rest of the world. Who driving licensing begins at age 16. We have the World Rally Champions who are winning rallies at age 18. So for us guys, we have 2 years late. Yeah, thank you.
Great. 70 points in the bag. Before you let that microphone go, 70 points for you in the bag after the rally on the weekend. Approximate, probably 140 again to fight for. What are your expectations for the Pearl of Africa Rally, and how much would that change the tide in the chase for the title this year?
Oh yes, for the Pearl of Africa Rally, for sure, the target is to get those 140 points, and we definitely have to put in more effort, have the vehicle prepared in time, and for us as a team, we are ready to go for it, and we're just going to put 150% into this Pearl so that we secure those points.
Fantastic, thank you very much, Arthur. And in the house, well, is a 3-time National Rally Champion. Put our hands together for Ronald Champion Sebuguzi. 2nd place in the Pearl of Africa Rally in the year 2019, 2018. One of the 2 years. And you can imagine, I'm trying to remember the year, and I was his navigator. Yeah, thank you very much, Ronald Sebuguzi, for gracing this function. Ronald, just quickly, the Pearl of Africa Rally is here. What do you hope for? What do you want to fight for? A win, a championship? You haven't scored points this year so far. What are you going for?
This year, what I said, we get there to win this year, because our what?
No points for you so far.
Yes.
Great. He needs to win the championship. Not just the championship, the rally as well this year. So close in the previous competition, and then we dropped. 2018 is the year, I've remembered. 2018 is the year when we finished 2nd in that Pearl of Africa rally, and it was a very good experience. Ronald, the car. Duncan Muliru has a Ford Fiesta. Rajiv now has been around with his VW. The Mitsubishi Evo 10 is giving you trouble. Should we see a new car coming before the Pearl?
That is our hope of this year. I think we are going to be end of this year.
All the blessings for Team Semogozi with the expectations of having a new car this year. I'll jump straight, well, probably my final engagement, to a co-driver in here, Aaron Nsamba. You have been in the Power of Africa Rally as a co-driver and several other national championship events. What does competing in the Power of Africa Rally mean for, well, the co-drivers? We have one coming through in Honorable General Katumba. What kind of advice would you give him?
Doing the PAL is a dream come true to any co-driver, a young co-driver, or any driver, if I may say. The input, the learning, the experience, the exposure, everything is different. We all do rallies all around the country, but when it comes to the PAL, it's a different ball game altogether. For the new co-driver coming in, I would just advise, take your time, try to learn, get any advice you get from any person giving an advice, and just brace yourself. Do it the easiest way out. Don't push, don't put yourself on pressure. Just do everything and enjoy the event.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Aaron. Ken Kitariko, you are the event manager of the Power of Africa Rally, and it's on. A couple of weeks away to that event. Tell me, what do you have in store for us?
We have a fantastic rally. As the clerk of course mentioned earlier, well set out. Viewing points are there. In fact, on the technical side, the rally is complete. Our concern and only concern are the fans and how the fans behave. So it's a safety rally. The rally is actually in the hands of the fans. If we lose this rally, it will be because of the fans. Otherwise, for the rally, it is completely ready. Very fast, through the sugarcane, through the tea plantation. Wonderful rally. Can't wait.
Great, fantastic. Thank you very much. That is the word from the event manager. And to wrap up this engagement is Mr. Dipu Rupa Relia, the president of FMU. Mr. President, wrapping this one up for us.
I want to tell the media to work with us in sensitizing the fans in how best they can help in marshalling themselves, working with our safety marshals to see that we have a safe event. As you heard from the COC earlier, we're on our last task here. This event, safety is a collective responsibility of everybody here, including the media. Every one of us, safety is our collective responsibility. We must make sure that we work together with the fans groups, with all these Subaru groups, with everybody together. The drivers need to make a small clip of their own on their phones and share with us, talking to their fans, asking them how to behave during a rally, how to keep safe. And I think we will go a long way with this together. I urge the media, our partners, to give us this chance and work with our drivers, and please keep sending out the safety message before the park. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dipu. Safety, safety, safety. We can't emphasize that any much more. A safe rally is a good rally. Stay away from the main road, stay away from the competition lines. Be in a safe zone. Ladies and gentlemen, it was a pleasure having you here for the official launch of the 2022 Shell V-power Power of Africa Rally. The rally is officially on. I would like to wish you a lovely day and a lovely week till we meet again in the Power of Africa Rally.
Okay, thank you so much guys for those who have been live, and that is it. 200 something million shillings. Of course from Shell V-power to sponsor the Power of Africa Rally. Catch you soon then. Next stop, Equator Rally, a Warrope Styles. So don't miss, just follow Harper Sport. I'll be giving you the Africa Rally Championship live on Harper Sport in 3 weeks time to come from now. Thank you guys. Those who have missed, you can go back and watch the recorded and see the happenings. a good day for me.